Hey guys, I want to talk about something that's been on my mind lately, and that is titles that are not yet on Blu-ray that I wish were on Blu-ray. So this will be a quick video, just a list of about 10 movies that I really would love to have on Blu-ray that are not yet on Blu-ray. And we'll start off with Lawrence of Arabia. This was the first title that got me thinking about, titles that I wish were on Blu-ray that are not on Blu-ray yet. And a lot of these titles I looked up just to make sure they weren't on Blu-ray before I did this video. And almost all of these, there's rumors of them coming out on Blu-ray, including Lawrence of Arabia. I guess there's talk of maybe re-releasing it in the theaters first. I think there may even be an overseas release. If it hasn't already happened yet, it should be happening soon. But evidently, the U.S., if they're getting it, or if we are getting it, it will be later. But anyway, a David Lean film on Blu-ray, any David Lean film on Blu-ray, is going to look great as long as it's handled correctly. Hopefully they're taking their time with it because they want to make it look as good as possible. Another thing I might mention, I loved Lawrence of Arabia. I love this DVD set, but what I would really love is on the Blu-ray having the theatrical cut as well as the re-edited kind of director's cut that they came up with in the 90s. I'd love to have a little comparison to how it looked in the theaters versus what we have now on DVD. Because as far as I can tell, we don't really have that theatrical cut to compare it to. So I think that would be interesting. That'd be an awesome little addition to a Blu-ray set. The next couple of movies are James Cameron movies that I would love to see on Blu-ray. Starting with debatably my favorite James Cameron movie. I battle back and forth between this and Terminator 2, and that's The Abyss. It's a gorgeous film. I remember loving this movie, loving this DVD set when I first got it. This is one of those sets that has a theatrical cut and a director's cut. I like having both versions. To be able to compare. It's very interesting as far as a filmmaking point of view, storytelling point of view, and this would be great to have on Blu-ray. And True Lies, just a fun movie. Again, James Cameron movies visually are interesting to look at, and on Blu-ray it should look great, so hopefully that'll be coming out soon. That would be nice if the rumors are true. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That would be awesome to see on Blu-ray. I really like this DVD set, but the possibility of seeing this in Blu-ray with the colors popping, that would just be fantastic. Now, I am a little concerned with a Blu-ray transfer. A lot of the special effects here, this is pre-CGI, so this has nothing to do with the hand-animated cell animation, but putting it together with live action, I'm assuming they had to do a lot of compositing, which sometimes that degrades the image. So I think that might be the case here, but regardless, I'd still love to have it on Blu-ray because I'm sure there's a lot of scenes that would still pop and the colors would look more vibrant. And another thing they should do, I think, on the Blu-ray, a little suggestion, include all the Roger Rabbit shorts on the Blu-ray. That would be fantastic. What else do we have? The Right Stuff. Gorgeous looking movie, cinematography. So it should look fantastic on Blu-ray. Again, this is all assuming that whatever studio's involved will give these films the correct treatment when transferring to Blu-ray. But this would be a film that would look gorgeous on Blu-ray if done right. So just another one. Also wanted to include a black and white film in this list, and my choice is Out of the Past. Film noir with Robert Mitchum. I'm a huge film noir fan. I'll probably do a video or a series of videos on film noir movies at some point. But this is one of the best. If you haven't seen it and you're interested in maybe checking out film noir, this is one of the major films to check out. And the black and white photography, cinematography in this is fantastic, and that's why I think it would look great on Blu-ray, again, if handled correctly. Some of you might be wondering, black and white on Blu-ray and high definition, is that even interesting? And I would say yes. If you've seen The Longest Day transfer, that black and white photography is really crisp, or newer films like Raging Bull, things like that. If you see black and white treated correctly in the high definition format, you'll know why it would be worth it. So, and then finally, an animated film, completely animated, not like Roger Rabbit. That's The Iron Giant, the Brad Bird directed animated film. Gorgeous animation. I would love to see it in Blu-ray. Again, it's another one that's rumored to be coming out soon, and hopefully the rumors are true. Now, the next three movies I had picked, without realizing, is the same cinematographer. They're very different movies, but I am a huge fan of this cinematographer. And I'll start with one that's probably a little more respected than others, as far as, well, you'll see when we see the other films. Oops. Tucker, The Man in His Dream. The cinematographer I'm referring to is Vittorio Storaro. You might know him from his work on Apocalypse Now, so you just have to say Apocalypse Now and you know you're talking about a really great cinematographer. And Tucker, The Man in His Dream is a Coppola-directed film. George Lucas produced it. Very good movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. The photography, again, fantastic in this. It's got a really stylized, kind of dreamy quality about it, so I think it would look great on Blu-ray if treated right. Alright, another movie that I love, some may not love it, but Ladyhawke. Yeah, it's not quite Lawrence of Arabia, but guess what? Vittorio Storaro did the cinematography, and I think it looks great. And I think it's a great movie, except for the music is really bad. If you can get past the music, I think you'll really enjoy this movie if you haven't seen it. But anyway, seeing this on Blu-ray would be fantastic. And finally, my last selection was never even released on DVD, and it has been long rumored to be coming out on Blu-ray, and I keep checking, and there's really no updates. It's kind of in limbo. And that is Ishtar. I'm a huge fan of this movie. I have always been a huge fan of this movie since I rented it from Crow's Video in Grantsboro, North Carolina. Vittorio Storaro did the cinematography. I'd forgotten that. But not only visually would I want to see it in Blu-ray, but I would just want to have it in another format other than VHS, so I can keep watching it over and over. And if you haven't seen Ishtar, there are a lot of fans of this movie, and the fan base is growing. Evidently, there was a showing of this in Los Angeles a couple years ago where Quentin Tarantino and I think Edgar Wright attended, and they're huge fans of the movie, and I believe they even sang some of the songs. So, good movie. I'd love to have it on Blu-ray. Again, I'd love to have it on any format upgraded from VHS. Alright, so those are 10 movies that I would love to see on Blu-ray. So now tell me what movies you'd like to see on Blu-ray that aren't available on Blu-ray right now. If you're in another country and the U.S. has it, but your country doesn't, let me know what movies you don't have that you'd love to have access to. So, again, on the Blu-ray format. So, I hope you enjoyed this. I got to feed Big Fat Shirley. Thanks for watching. I'm out.